disturbing disappearance in Colorado. A mother of three not heard from for more than a week. And then last Sunday, Paige Birgfeld's car was found burnt just miles from her home. Now she had written on a website, there are reports, that she feared her ex-husband. Investigators are saying she had been working as well for an escort service. All of these new facts coming to light, but could they have anything to do with her mysterious disappearance? Joining me now on the phone is Paige's father, Frank Birgfeld. Also with us, former supervisor of the Homicide Division of the Miami Beach Police Department, John Beza. He's a retired detective also with the New York City Police Department, and it is good to see you. But let me get first to Frank. Frank, what do you make of these new details about the fact that your daughter Paige may have had a side business working for an escort service? Did it have anything to do you think, with her disappearance?
Well, I think you'd have to say that's a central focal point on where you'd look, although at the same time, you can't disregard the idea that it could be something as simple as a carjacking. Who knows? Maybe she wasn't a target. It could have been her car.
Well, her car was found burnt, we understand, not that far from the house. Was anything else found in the car that has helped police in any way?
Well, the car was found 3 miles from our house in driving distance. It was in an industrial area in a gravel parking lot. It was burned from the inside out. The car was very apparent. It wasn't hidden at all. And it occurred about 10 o'clock Sunday night, and somebody saw it fairly soon and called the fire department. It got burnt, but I don't think, it wasn't the whole car. As to what they found in the car and whether it was useful, I don't know. My approach with the police is I have not asked them for details lest I inadvertently let the cat out of the bag on something good. So I don't know.
Frank, let me ask you about these messages that were reported to have been posted by Paige before her disappearance about her fear of her second husband, who is an ex-husband, and the fact that she may have been involved again with her first husband. What do you know about that?
Well, I called the second husband, who's actually here right now. He was, I believe, and have no reason not to believe, was in Philadelphia. So, I'm certainly aware of his resume, but at the same time, if he's 2,000 miles away, it strikes me that, it might have been somebody else who grabbed her. The first husband was a guy who they divorced fairly amicably. She wanted kids. He didn't. I haven't had much contact with him over the years, but I suppose she might have been rekindling things, but I don't have any reason to suspect him either. Okay,
let me ask you, John, about the fact that you have a missing mom, 3 kids, a loving mother, from what we understand, who would not leave her kids on her own volition, although we do have cases where people just decide they're going to pick up and run. Hearing all of these other facts that we're learning along the way, what's your impression?
Well, I think the investigation is going in a 3-prong way. I think what we have is one way is that it's a stranger or a client, as Frank said. Another way is that this has been staged, where she has received help and has staged her disappearance under suspicious circumstances. And the third one would be Rob Dixon, which he apparently has an alibi for. But what bothers me is that I believe I saw reported was a statement by Paige to a mom's group that she was heading to another location to meet up with her first husband.
Yeah, Frank, what about that?
Go ahead,
she met with him in halfway between Denver and Grand Junction is the Vail area. She met with him on Thursday. She drove home. He drove home. And when he got to Denver, he called to see if she was all right. That apparently has been established that he was in Denver, she was in Grand Junction, about 5 miles away, and was in good health without a problem. I have to tell you, the runaway idea, absolutely not going to be the way to go.
Okay.
She would never leave her kids,
Frank,
much less all this stuff about burning up her car and all that too.
We've placed out all the ideas for people who may have information. They should call authorities. We're looking at the pictures of Paige with her beautiful children. How are the children doing?
I think okay. We got a big family assembled here, and frankly, they're pretty distracted, and I'm not sure appreciate the full gravity of the situation.
Well, maybe that's better. Frank, our thoughts are with you. And John, I want to thank you, too, for weighing in. We're going to stay on this case, and we'll bring our viewers the very latest. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Miss Congeniality, maybe not. A beauty queen's fellow contestants are reportedly being eyed now in a blackmail scandal that has rocked the pageant world.